Hello, tubers, and welcome to Jenda NYC, another edition of the Political Edition. As you all know, this year is the election cycle, 2024. And today we have the distinct honor of having a candidate right here that's going to be running for Civil Court Judge for Queens County, New York City, Mr. Stephen Dachtera.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Stephen, why? Why? Tell us. Why give up your lucrative law practice to run for
It's a very
run
good
for
question.
judge?
It's a very good question. And the reason is a couple. The first is I used to work for the court. I was a court attorney in housing court. So I saw how the court worked, and some of the things that I observed, I think need some changing. I think part of it is the court needs to be more efficient. Litigants wait a long time, in the courtroom itself, and then afterwards, waiting for a decision. So this is why I decided to run, because I want to make a difference in making the court more efficient, making it more friendly to litigants, and making it what I think fairer in the sense that, people will be heard.
Yes, I see. Wow. Okay, so tell us a little background about yourself. Where were you born, and what was your upbringing like?
So I was raised in Flushing, and I went to St. John's Law School. I graduated in 2003 and got my license in 2006. I was the president of the debate team in my last year. I was also an evening student. So I had to work during the day and then go to school at night. And I'm telling you, that was tough.
Ah, yes, yes.
So all you night students out there, I know what you're going through.
Okay.
But yes, it taught me about discipline. It taught me about managing my time. And it was a really good experience, but I don't know if I would do it again. I might go to the daytime next time.
I got you. Yeah. That way it's more full-time rather than
Yes.
spread out, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because you're working and studying.
Yeah, very tough.
Yeah.
Very difficult. But St. John's was a great experience. I recommend it highly. I still attend St. John's for alumni events. I'm connected there.
Yes.
I'm also a big fan of the basketball team. Hopefully they do well this year.
Okay, yes. Yeah, and how did you get into private practice?
I got into private practice after working at a couple of different law firms after law school. I wanted to get into my own practice so I can kind of manage my own caseload, take the cases that I want to take, and kind of expand my breadth of cases that I can handle.
Yes.
My mother was also in private practice.
Oh, she was an attorney also.
And she went to St. John's. So we kind of started as a family business. And we worked together for a few years. Unfortunately, she had passed away while I was working in the court. And when I left the court, she had passed away shortly after that. So I kind of took the mantle over. And I've been doing it ever since.
I see. So what are most of the cases that you handle nowadays?
I focus mostly on real estate, litigation, landlord-tenant, contract disputes. That's really my focus. Real estate foreclosure defense.
Yes.
And then I expanded it to more of a federal practice. I do what they call wage claim disputes. And I also expanded it to some personal injury. I don't do much of it, but if someone I know approaches me and asks me to do it, I would do it.
Okay, yeah. So you definitely have court experience.
Yes.
Yes.
So I've got experience in a wide range of cases, which I think makes me very qualified to be a judge.
Absolutely, yeah. Otherwise, the GOP wouldn't have, picked you and endorsed you.
Yeah.
Put you on their ticket. Wow. And so, based on the ethics rules, we're not allowed to, say anything like bad or ill will against our opponents. We understand that, but we also have to make it clear out there that we are able to make a commentary on general political commentary, which is New York City is a democratically run town, and this is me speaking. Registered Democratic voters outnumber Republicans 6-1, and that's a basic fact. And unfortunately, I'm an independent. I just see time and time again people voting party lines, and that's the problem. When you vote party lines, you either get an AOC or a George Santos. And the last thing we want is a politicized judiciary. Yes. And so, Steve, you've never been a politician, right? Yes. And also, you you have a varied background. Also, I understand that you're into entertainment.
Yes, you know, after law school, and I kind of dabbled in stand-up comedy. I did wrote my own jokes.
Okay.
It was very entertaining.
Yes.
It was all clean,
Yes. Yeah.
so the family could bring their kids.
Okay.
So I continue to do that here and there. It's a hobby.
Right.
You know, and it keeps things light. Being a practicing lawyer,
Yeah.
it's very stressful, right? It's a lot of things you have to do, and so you have to lighten up the mood.
That's right.
You know, because comedy tends to lower the anxiety level for people,
That is true.
and it lowers the bar when you're negotiating with other attorneys.
That is true.
I think it's helpful also being a judge, someone who can see a sense of humor in a situation that's a little tense, and it sometimes helps you get resolution,
Right.
right? Because
Right.
you bring the anxiety level down, you bring people together through humor.
Yeah.
So I
yeah.
think that's important.
Yeah.
So I've done it at Caroline's, which recently closed,
Oh boy. Yeah. New York
Yeah.
icon. I mean,
Yeah.
wow.
in Gotham.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's been fun. I also do a little bit of acting, so that's something I've done also. So, but so I do have a varied background. Yes.
Fantastic. Wow. And so, are you married? Tell us about
I
your
am
personal
single.
life. Oh, you're
I'm
single.
single. Yes.
Divorced or single?
No,
Single.
no, single.
Never married.
Never married.
Okay.
I've always wanted to be married, but relationships didn't work out for whatever
Okay.
reason.
Okay.
So I'm still looking.
Yes. Yes.
And hopefully one day, you know, God will send me a nice wife.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. Oh, yeah. So you mentioned God. Does
Yes.
religion play a role in your personal life?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a Catholic, and I've been a Catholic all my life.
Mm-hmm.
I try to attend Mass daily, because I think it's important. And it's kind of given me a sense of peace and to have my faith be instrumental in my practice. Now, as a judge, we have to be neutral.
Yes. That's
Right?
right.
It's very important. But I think having a sense of morality helps to get to the bottom of cases.
Yes.
And sometimes it's good to recommend to litigants there's a moral law and there's a legal law, right? So as a judge, I'm obligated to follow the legal law.
That is
But
right.
sometimes a moral obligation can sometimes sway somebody to do something that maybe would help settle the case, right? Because people, I think, at their core want to be good.
Right.
They want to do the right thing,
That's right.
right?
That's right.
You know, if a contractor does a job for somebody, they want to be paid, right? And it's only right that you pay them, right? Now, there may be defenses, but sometimes you can make a moral argument to litigants to help them settle.
That is true. That is true. Yeah. Yeah. From my extensive conversations with you before our interview, I got the sense that you're a very approachable person. Like a lot of people just like to talk, and you seem to be a listener. Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
I think
Through
yeah,
all my different endeavors that I've done, I've been trained to listen to people,
that's right.
and I just like people.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want to honestly help them.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I will hear what people have to say.
Yes.
I'm not going to shut them down. You know, sometimes people may take a few minutes to get to the point. You know, if they don't have a lawyer, I'm listening to both sides.
Very nice.
I really value that.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
to listen.
Yes. Yeah. You know, you have struck me from the very beginning when we met that you're very human, and absolutely you don't have an arrogant bone in your body.
No,
Yeah.
because look, we all came from different places.
Yeah.
We all have different backgrounds, and what they say is that the wisest people are the least arrogant, because when you have wisdom, you don't have to flaunt it,
No.
right?
No.
The people that are they have to project themselves.
Yes.
Usually, are the people that you need to worry about.
That's right. That's right. Yes. The loudest are not exactly
Right.
saying, yeah, the truth, so to speak.
Right.
Yeah. Any last parting words?
You know, as you
yeah.
mentioned, the Democrats outnumber the Republicans.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's a big problem.
Yeah.
But I urge people to not just vote along party lines. Vote for somebody that's going to do a good job,
That's right.
right? Because people go to the ballot box and they just check, right? They don't even know what they're voting for.
Right.
They
Right.
don't even
right.
know anything about the person,
Yes.
right? Hopefully this video will give you a little bit of insight as to me as a person
Okay.
and what I'm going to do if I get elected.
Is there a way for people to contact you,
Yes.
reach out to you? And,
I have a
how is that?
website.
Okay.
They can go to Dachtera,
Dachtera?
theciviljudge.com.
Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, just like what we see on the screen right there.
Yes. And they can see a little bit about myself. And there'll be a post to this video. They can watch it and hear about what I have to say.
Nice.
I'm also going to probably run some ads where I invite people to send me an email to my campaign and how they think the court system should be changed.
Yes, especially past litigants
Yes.
who may have been dissatisfied.
I want to hear people's suggestions.
Yes, I like that. You're like the people's judge.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that. That is fantastic. Wow. I tell you, Steve, you're going to make it. I know, because if you have tuned in to this episode, you are wanting to educate yourselves. And obviously you can see that, there's a nice guy, approachable, level-headed, and that's what we want, right? Stop voting party lines. Now, if someone is good on the party line, yeah, sure, yeah, vote him or her, but yeah.
And I always urge voters that it doesn't matter if you're Democrat or Republican.
No,
right?
no.
Because I'm not going to rule along party lines.
No.
I'm ruling about the rule of law.
That's right.
The rule of law is for everyone.
That's
right? Now, legislators can change the law. I can only interpret the law
That's right.
as it's written. And I'm going to do that for everyone. It's consistency. What I find sometimes is some judges, not all, sometimes favor one side, right?
Yes.
And you can
yes,
twist the law sometimes
Yes.
to make it look like the law is on one side or the other. My goal is to be neutral and to apply the law as it's written and not to favor, not to take handouts. I'm not about that. I'm about fairness.
Right.
So a vote for me is a vote for fairness, and you're going to be heard.
My God. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate it, and thank you for your time. And hopefully we'll. I don't want to see you in court, but
Yes.
hopefully I can call you Your Honor, Your Honor.
I appreciate that.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
God bless.